Yo, what go on, me? Yo, it's your boy DJ E2 Blue. That's how I do. Anyway, how y'all doing today? So, hey, real quick, y'all. Not real quick, because I might be a little long-winded. Let me get myself together. Don't you get tired of how bland our offense is on this Dallas Cowboys team? Don't you feel like when you watch the game, like, can we pick it up? Can we do something? Can we get some excitement going on this offense? This lackluster, conservative play calling and plays that we're running is ridiculous. I'm tired of it. But hey, I'm Joe Schmo, the fan. I'm a nobody. Don't matter what I think. It don't matter what I say. It is what it is. But what I will say is, Linehan is calling the plays for this team. You look at his track record. He hasn't been the greatest coach. When he was with the Rams, he wasn't all that great. When he was with the Lions, he wasn't all that great. Now, he looked like he was doing something when he was with the Lions because he had a quarterback that was like, okay, I could take your play and I can make it better. He had Megatron there. So, the Lions fans were happy when Linehan left the team and came to Dallas Cowboys. And Lions fans were laughing at us because we got Linehan. Now, us as fans didn't know it at first because if you didn't know much about Linehan prior to him coming to the Dallas Cowboys, you wouldn't have known. Now, I'm not going to say that his play calling is all that terrible, but what I will say is it's dated. It's dated. And it doesn't work for Dak Prescott. His plays work for a grizzled veteran, somebody that's been in this league 14, 15, 16 plus seasons that can figure things out around that and can utilize those things. But it's dated. You have to change with the times. Our team is not changing with the times. We play like we're back in the dark ages, like we're playing in the 1800s. I feel like we're going to a Renaissance fair every time I see my Dallas Cowboys play. It's irritating. It really is. If you don't watch the game visually, if you're just looking at it on the CBS Sports app, like a play-by-play, and seeing it written, and like who's doing what, it'll be Zeke Elliott, 4 yards. Zeke Elliott, 8 yards. An out route pass to Zeke Elliott. Screen pass, Zeke Elliott. Then a 7-yard pass, Allen Hurns. 3-yard pass to a tight end. And you're like, what the f? And then all of a sudden, a long play drive. Now, yes, you want to be able to get little plays to create chunk plays. That's normally how you run your offense. But the way that we do things is so damn predictable. And I know I'm speaking to the choir because I know you guys know this. But my whole thing is this. At what point does Jason Garrett not be like, hey, we need to get another play caller in here? Because, first of all, you're making me look bad. You're making me look worse. You're making the whole team look bad. And then other teams are laughing at us. Defensive coaches and coordinators do not have to do anything big to scheme for the Dallas Cowboys. They'll watch a little bit of film and go eat a chicken sandwich. They don't care. Why? Because they know what we're going to do. That's why they stop us all the time. And I know that in this last game with the Colts, and I said I wasn't going to say nothing else about it. I'm done with the game. But real quick, they just flat out just got manhandled. A lot of it is because Eberflus knows how bland this team is. That's a lot of it. Eberflus knows this team. Frank White, their offensive coordinator, knows the Cowboys because he was with the Eagles prior to them. So he dialed up things that he knew that the Cowboys would do. They know our tendencies. Look, every team in this league has tendencies. But a real team, a real coordinator, finds ways to game plan to change things up on a weekly basis. Yes, you do the things that you're good at, but you switch how you do it, depending on the strength of the defense that you're playing against. Too many times we allow the defenses that we're playing to dictate what we did. And we let the Colts dictate everything that we did in that game. There was no halftime adjustments. You came out and started playing worse. What the hell? Cowboys are the only team in the league that I know to do some stuff like that. Now, granted, those of you that are Dak haters, I don't hate you. I understand why you think that it's Dak. And I've said many a time on my channel, because I don't take up for Dak. I say all the time about what his issues are, what he needs work on. I say it all the time, y'all. I talk about it all day. His feet is bad half the time when he's throwing the ball. He doesn't step up in the pocket when it's open lanes for him to find somebody to pass the ball to. Because you can't sit there like a sitting duck. You know, sometimes he overthrows plays. And I know on some of those, some of the receivers, like I know on one of them, Gallup stopped or he slowed down. And again, he's also still learning these guys too as well. He doesn't have complete cohesiveness with all of these wide receivers outside of Cole Beasley. But if you think about it, the wide receiver that's been on this team the longest is getting the ball the least. That doesn't make sense. And I understand that, like, I do know that Dak, if a guy is open, you need to get him the ball. You need to be more accurate, stop throwing the ball too high, and stop throwing it too low. He has to know when to throw the ball higher or when to throw the ball lower. He's still learning that. Now, I'm not going to completely ish on Dak Prescott because of the reason I know he's a young quarterback. If Dak has been in this league for 8, 9, 10 plus years, I'd have been like, okay, he sucks, because by that time in your career, you've reached your peak. You're not gonna necessarily get better. Dak, one, has not seen everything. He's still learning how to fully read defenses. He's still learning how to become a better quarterback. But you gotta look at it from Dak's point of view. You got all that against you right now. You got a full team that you're still learning. Then you got a coordinator and a quarterback's coach that can't do a damn thing to help you get better. I can see if Dak was a grizzled veteran, but he is not yet. He's still young. He's still learning. And that's the bottom line. Foots, I love you to death, Foots. My man, 50 grand all day. But I'm going to have to disagree with you on that. I know you give Dak a lot of crap, but I'm telling you right now, and I'm going to tell you, and you can mark my words, and you can call me out on this later. If they get a new coordinator and Dak doesn't get better, let me rephrase that. If they get a coordinator that's good with young mobile quarterbacks and Dak still doesn't progress, then I give you all the glory, bro. Then I can say, you were right, I was wrong. But I'm going to tell you right now, I guarantee you Dak will be better. Why? Because I've seen him be better. I've seen him be better at Mississippi State. I've seen him be better. His first year in the league with the Cowboys when Mark Sanchez and Tony Romo was on the team. Are you guys not seeing this? We've seen Dak do better. It's not like I can see if, like, we never seen Dak play better. Then I could be like, okay, well, maybe he's not that good. Now, Dak is not an elite quarterback, and in my opinion, I don't think he ever will be. But that's not his game. He's a mobile guy that can switch it up and throw the ball, too. He's not the greatest at the deep ball, but he still can do it. He's a game manager and type of quarterback that can be better as he gets as he gets more experience. But you throw anybody under the fire like that, it's going to be growing pains. It's going to be growing pains. I know some of you right now, you start a new job, you do something new in life that you've never done before. You are not going to be great at it the first time around. And I know you guys say, oh, it's his third season, E2. It's his third season. He should be great. Well, look, playing quarterback in the NFL is not easy, y'all. I don't know personally because I never played quarterback in the NFL. You know what I mean? Even when I did play football at the level that I played, I was a defensive guy. I was a linebacker. So I can speak more on that. But what I will say about quarterback, I do understand the X's and O's. And I do know that, first of all, you got to be a leader. And Dak has all the qualities to be a leader. And I know some of you guys that hate him do agree with that. I do know you guys will say that he's a leader. He is. He's a great guy to be a leader. These guys follow him. But It's hard to work when you have incompetency in the coaching side not helping you be better. So, this is what I'm going to say. I've been calling for Linehan to be gone for the longest time. I don't know why they haven't done it. You look at other teams, the Falcons, and they're getting ready to get rid of their offensive and defensive coordinator for real. But you look at other teams, they're getting rid of coaches, coordinators, all types of stuff, assistants, whatever the case may be. But I don't know what Linehan's issue is. I know he's not slow. Come on, bruh. You've been a coach how long in this league? You can't see that what you're doing is not working. I feel like he's playing with Dak. He's holding him back. He's not allowing him to be great. I'm like, are you purposely trying to make this team lose? Are you purposely trying to sabotage Dak? What are you doing, Linehan? I want to know. Now, granted, I'm not in the locker room, so there's some things that I will never see. But when you look at it when you think about it, and I'm just trying to get you guys to use your noggin. When you first think of things or see things, everything is not always what it seems. Sometimes you have to dig a little deeper and see what's going on the inside of things. Look at players' body language. Read between the lines on some of the things that they're saying in interviews. It's not a coincidence, and I said this earlier. It's not a coincidence that 4 receivers that play for this damn team said the same thing about Linehan and the play calling and how it doesn't make sense half the time. Des Bryant said it. Bryce Butler said it in First Take in the offseason. And Undisputed, I think. Yeah. Or Undisputed, yeah. But he said it in the offseason. Alan Hearns came in here and said, hey, you don't run that play against that defense. Now, Amari Cooper has been on this team 6 games. Well, 7 games now. And he says the same thing. What does that tell you? They're not saying it's Dak. They're saying it's Linehan. They're there seeing the playbook every day. They know. So if they're all saying the same thing, process elimination, it's got to be some validity to that. You can look at what Amari Cooper's doing. They got him running 2 comeback routes, curl routes. They got him on some BS. That the same thing they keep doing. The game that we played against the Eagles, Amari Cooper said himself, they've been on me all game. They're seeing what I'm doing, and they're anticipating that because we're doing it over and over and over again. Linehan's telling Dak to stick to the script and don't change the plays. So because he wasn't changing the plays, he was told to keep doing that. Amari Cooper came up to him and was like, bruh, can we do something different? Hit me on the post. They're not going to be able to stop it. Hit me on the post. I'm going to catch the ball on a short fake route, and I'm gonna go straight to the post. Green all day. End zone. And that's exactly what happened. They changed the play. Dak changed the play. He listened to his wide receiver, and it was a touchdown on that drive. So, my whole thing is, if Linehan would let Dak do him and allow him to change plays when needed, I think that this team would be in a much better situation. Because there's no way you're going to tell me that in hurry-up offense and 2-minute drills and things of that nature, whenever they're going no huddle, Dak is making completions back to back to back to back because he's doing what he's comfortable. You guys got eyes just like me. I know you can see the game. You're watching the game, and you could tell that he's uncomfortable with what Linehan is asking him to do. He's a mobile quarterback. Allow him to run. That Colts game, Dak did not run at all. No attempts. None. I can name you right now on 17 different plays on offense where he was able to step to the left or the right or forward When the pass rush was coming at him from a certain angle, he could have eluded that and got out of there and at least got 15 yards on the play. So don't tell me that it's all Dak. Yes, Dak has his problems. Dak has his issues. But everything that Dak does or can't do right now, it's all mechanics. Everything that he does is teachable. It can get better, but you got to have a competent coach to help him. Look, he goes back on the sideline, and Kellen Moore, he's looking straight. Kellen Moore ain't even talking to him. Remember his rookie year? When he came back there, Sanchez was right there talking to him, looking at the Surface Pro, looking at the Surface Pad, saying, "Hey, this is what we should have did on this play. Let's try this. Let's do this next time." Kellen Moore ain't doing that. He's sitting there looking stupid with his buck teeth. I don't know. I don't know what to do, Dak. I can't help you, Dak. I don't know, Dak. Dak, you beat me out the job. I can't help you. Why are you the quarterback's coach? I like Kellen Moore as a person, but bruh, not as his quarterback's coach. That's got to go. That experiment is done. Linehan and Kellen got to go. I want a collegiate level offensive coordinator or coach to be our coordinator, to come in here and work with a guy like Dak, because in college they do a lot of the shotgun. They do a lot of bootlegs. They do a lot of things that RPOs. They do a lot of stuff that are Dak's strengths. So why not bring somebody in here that would be good for Dak like that? Come on now. Do something to help your quarterback. You're wasting him. You don't want him to get to the point where the fan base is like, oh, I mean, the fan base is already saying that Dak ain't nothing. But I'm not saying that right now. I'm not saying that until he falls flat on his face. And when I mean fall flat, I mean if you get another coordinator in here that's good with guys like him and he still struggles, then okay, I'll join you guys in on the bashing of Dak. But right now, I'm telling you, if you fix the play caller, a lot of this other crap would help. And don't waste Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper was happy on those 5-game winning streaks. Don't all of a sudden, don't make him have a feeling that like, oh, now I'm coming to this team and the play call is crap. You know he wasn't happy with the Raiders. His stats proved it. His body language proved it. When he got here, he was like, I like Dak. They like Dak. He likes the way Dak throws the ball. That's why he was comfortable enough to say, hey, Dak, let's try this. Amari Cooper wants to win with the Dallas Cowboys. And then Linehan got mad because he said that about him. And instead of being a man and changing a play and doing better, what do? You be a punk and you sit him on a bench. You sit your best wide receiver on a bench when we're losing 0-23? Are you fucking serious? Excuse my language. But it frustrates me because I'm like, come on. Come on, y'all. Come on. Come on, Linehan. Do you not want this team to win? Playoffs are right here peeking over the horizon. And you sitting here, oh well, I'm just gonna call what we call. I'm just gonna call this play. It's gonna work. I swear it'll work. No, it ain't working, damn it. It's not working. Now again, I know that some of the stuff that he called was good plays that Dak just didn't get. And that was his fault. That's the receiver's fault. That's whoever was on that play's fault. Player execution is some of the issue too. But again, you can eliminate a lot of the problems by getting more creative and stop with this conservative play, because it doesn't work in today's NFL. You have stud defensive linemen, and these guys are coming at you hard and fast. Dak has been sacked too many times. Too many times. Do you want to hurt your quarterback? Why don't you allow him to step out the pocket and do him? I guarantee you it'll be positive results. I guarantee that. I'll put my life on that it'll be positive. Allow Dak to be Dak. That's all I'm asking. It's not rocket science. It's not quantum physics. Do your job as a coach to help make your quarterback better. Now, I heard somebody come in my comments say some real stupid stuff talking about you're comparing him to Jared Goff. I ain't never compared him to Jared Goff. Were you not listening to what the hell I said? What I said was, the only comparison I was making, I was saying that I was talking about the situation when Jared Goff came in the league, because there's no comparison to him and Dak. Jared Goff is a first-round pick. Dak is a fourth-round pick. Jared Goff is, yes, a better quarterback than Dak. But they both, what I'm saying is the intangibles. The issue was everybody was calling Jared Goff a bust until McVay came and changed everything and played to his players' strengths. That was the comparison I was making, not to the players, fool. Listen. Now, as I digress, back to Dak. If Dak gets a coordinator in here, he can be better. All right? Because I'm going to tell you, listening is fundamental. I'm just here trying to educate. That's all that is. So again, to put it to a broader perspective, don't waste the talent on this team, because you've done it many years. You wasted Tony Romo. You wasted Jason Witten. No chips. The time is now. You better make it to the playoffs, and you better do something in the playoffs. Ain't no one and done around here. Because this is the reason why players and fans from other teams are calling Dallas Cowboy choke artists. This is why we get laughed at on a basis, because we do so much to get so little. And that's got to stop. So if you want your team to win, Cowboy fans, let's not bash each other. Because, like Mark said, we're all each other have. I don't care what some other fan or a troll from another fan got to say. Now, granted, I do have some subscribers in here from other teams that are cool. You guys are fine. I'm talking about the trolls that's coming in here. We need to stick together and get them out of here. Because if you're a Cowboy fan and you cool, we all cool. You know? I love all of y'all. But I'm going to tell you right now, in order for this team to be successful, it starts with this better play caller. That's where it starts. You get a guy here to help Dak become better. You know, work on his mechanics. It's simple. I mean, it's just footwork. It's just when to release the ball, because sometimes he throws the ball about a second and a half too late. Because he's second-guessing himself. And he's second-guessing himself because he doesn't agree with these play calls either. But the thing about Dak is, and I love Dak for that, he's a stand-up guy. He's not going to say anything. Don't you think that Dak is tired of that stuff too? Dak wants to say the same thing that wide receivers can or are saying, but he can't. And the reason why he can't is because he's supposed to be the leader of this team. And as a leader of the team, you're supposed to set the example for the rest of your team. So you just can't go blurt out and just say that. Now, I know for a fact he thinks it. He just can't say it. You can look at his eyes when he's in the interviews talking. You can see his body language. You can see all of that. It's psychology. So, just a little nugget for y'all to think about. First, let's get Linehan out of here before we start tearing Dak's confidence apart. Get Linehan out of here first. Start with that. And if that don't work, then you find yourself another quarterback. But it starts with the play caller. And it starts this week with Tampa Bay, y'all. Because if you don't beat Tampa Bay, you don't want to have to you don't want to have to play the Giants for the season, for your playoff hopes. Because even though the Giants ain't been playing that well, they're a division team. And they know how to play you. And don't even give Saquon Barkley a chance to run all over you, because he will. So, with that being said, y'all, that's all I got right now. Thanks again to all my subscribers. I appreciate you guys. If this is your first time hearing about your boy, go ahead and smack that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell for your boy's content. It's your boy E2 Blue, always keeping it real. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a great Thursday, even though it's raining out here. Talk to y'all soon.